So every once in a while, companies can hit it out the park with a product. And sometimes, I don't know what they were thinking. This is talking about Sonoff, or the actual company name iTead, but most people know them for their Sonoff Basic and many other products. We're going to talk about a couple of them that did not so well. I don't get it. And a couple of them did a great job. So let's check it out. So we'll start off by being absolutely positive, because I do appreciate when a company actually listens to their customers and other people such as myself, or I'm sure I was not the only one who asked for this, but hey, I'll roll with that to say that I was the one behind it, right? As you know, in a previous video, we did the Sonoff iFan 03. But there was an issue with the capacitors, and we're not going to go into depth on what that's all means, but basically there were some electronics that were inside that worked well for most of the world that was doing the whole 220, 240 thing on regular appliances and ceiling fans. But in the North America and some other areas, we use 120 volts. And the issue was the capacitors were the wrong size, and it would cause the fans to have the medium be useless, kind of, and then slow was just turtle mode. It was just absolutely awful. And so we had to change the capacitors to match the fans in the US. It's a great little ceiling fan controller. It does light, doesn't do dimming, but it does give you the ability to change the fan speed and turn it off remotely, and it comes with an ESP chip, so you could put Tasmoto on an ESP home, and it's really simple to flash, and to flash it, you didn't need any soldering. But to change the capacitors, it was a huge pain in the ass. And, well, they have one now for the US or the North America markets and others that use 120, but I will say the remote control right off the bat is just, it sucks. You kind of need to be some sort of weird scientist to understand the hieroglyphics on the remote. It just sucks, but you can do other things with that because we do put it in the Home Assistant and whatever else, right? So cool. I do appreciate they did this. It works great. If you want to check out the iFan 04 and you did not want to worry about doing all the soldering of the capacitors and making them fit in the case, this is just really a plug and go. And again, to flash Tasmoto ESP home, there's no soldering. You just open it, hold the wires, and go. So I'll leave the link down to this little blog post, and I talk about everything in it, and it's probably shorter than having to listen to what I just said. So I've talked about this before. If you really want to find out from some of these companies, the ones that are kind of following the rules per se, they'll do the FCC submissions of their products for certification. And you can see some stuff sometimes, and some of them have documents in them, some of them have documents hidden for a while, etc. This one is the Sonoff Mini R3. I don't know. We've talked about this in Discord. So right off the bat, you look at the pictures and you say, oh, it must be some sort of in-wall type thing like the Sonoff Dual that we really like because it had the ESP32. But when you scroll on down, because you see this board, and well, there it is. Yeah, you're not putting Tasmoto on this, so I'll jump straight to that. Oh, and let's go take a look at this other quick product, because this is the part that makes me go, what? They call it the Sonoff S-Mate, or Smate. I just say Sonoff Smate. Say it real fast. Maybe I'm just a dumb American, but I'm trying to understand. I mean, most people have power coming into their house, go to a breaker box of some kind, and go to a switch, and then go to a light. It's pretty much the same principle no matter what part of the world you're in. I don't get this one. It's weird. There's this thing, and then there's mate, and then your switch, and then wait, what are we doing? Hold on.
Let me tell him something. Like and subscribe, or you will have a flood like this. at your. Oh, I'm gonna jump in.
Here they are in the flesh. Well, since things are out on the FCC documents and kind of the cat's out of the bag, since that's a public information website, you can go check these out yourself, including the user manuals. Now, potentially there could be some change of heart, maybe, or change of design, but they would appear supposedly as a revision on the FCC website. So things could change. Hopefully, iTead won't get too upset with me, even though the little birdie got these to me, but I waited till there was some sort of public information on it before we did this video. Maybe someone can explain why or what. I don't know why that we have this SMATE thing. Because the way it's supposed to go is this gets power and then the relay will feed out to the bowl. But then this gets hooked up to mains. But then it has a battery. So bizarre and so weird. Let's see if we can open this up. See, there's a CR2032 inside. I really don't understand this guy here. Or the use case. I don't get it. I did try to hook it up to the app, but then it wouldn't pair up. I think it's supposed to pair it up as a remote switch to this. And then it would learn it, but then I couldn't get it working right, even though I had it wired right. I don't even know if mains is powered on this. I don't know why the mains comes into it. I didn't totally get it, like I say. But it looks like just something you see, like one of their 433 megahertz chips. I'm not sure what frequency. I have to go back and look at the FCC guide on that. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe y'all can understand and tell me a use case for this. I don't see one. But for size comparisons with all this stuff, I guess I should have done that before, but I don't ever follow rules and don't do anything in order, right? This, of course, back to the Mini R3. I know a lot of people have seen the Shelly. So it's bigger than the Shelly, but the Shelly does this and this. I don't know. So there's the Shelly on top of the SMATE. Here's their. This is the one I did like. Was the two. It's called the 2-gang, but I know in the US it's not 2-gang, but this is 2-switch dual. It's about the same size, maybe a little bit smaller. But other than that, it's about the same size. So I don't get this thing either. Why didn't they just make another one of these, but just make it one relay and one switch? Power monitoring would have been cool. ESP32 would have been cool. But yeah, we like this, but don't like this. This is the Sonoff Dual R3. So we'll take a look at this one. And just in case you don't know what these are, size wise, here's you a AA battery. And no, this isn't a commercial for Energizer. I just figured everybody knew what a AA battery size was. One thing I did like about the R3, I know all these letters and terms are going to drive me nuts, is they do hide the terminals. So when you put the wire in, there's not a whole lot showing, as you can see here, because it has like this little plastic cover. Slide off of there. It's just this little cover that goes on there. Pretty cool, like that. So they're calling this the SM25 1.3. Maybe they should come out with a 1.4 and put an ESP chip on it. That'd be a good upgrade. I know there's some different projects I've seen for flashing some of these with custom firmware, but it's just not going to be like you'll see with the other chips. And the FCC docs had a pretty decent picture of this zoomed in. Looks like a square thing with a little Mexican hat, but it says like BLZO. Well, we'll just show the FCC picture just so some of y'all can see a better look. Yes, that's 16 amp for the relay. In case you want to see the bottom. For all the goodness, you can always just pause it and take a look at all the traces and parts and pieces. If you know anything about the projects where they are flashing these chips, definitely let us know down below. It's a weird product. You can't put Tasmodo on it, so we'll just chalk it up as that. That definitely something I'm not going to buy or put on my recommend list. If you know something that this would fit in, definitely let us know. So that'll wrap it up for this one. If you got any questions or anything, definitely shoot us a comment down below. Give us a dislike, a like, whatever it may be. Potentially maybe hit that subscribe button if you haven't. And if there's some other weird products that you've seen out there that we need to take a look at, and let us know down below as well. So I'll give Sonoff a pass on this one. Maybe they were just drunk on designing this mate switch thing or whatever. No, just they need to go back to the drawing board on this one.
Stop it. Get some help.
I'm hoping that this is not released. I mean, they did send it to the FCC, so maybe they have, but maybe they'll pull it back. I don't know. We can only hope, right? And just buy the other stuff. I mean, that's ultimately what's going to drive what they feel has become good products is what we buy out there. So vote with your wallet. Definitely come check us out in Discord and join the madness and chat with us down below. It's pretty cool. We definitely help you out with your home automation ideas, questions, or whatever it may be. And I appreciate all the Patreon subscribers. Definitely helps out and brings new projects and videos to the channel all the time.
What are we doing again? Goodbye. Press all of the buttons and y'all take care.
Crazy. So I gotta use these. Maybe you should drive it in a little bit. You could do that, right?
And when we stop, I got Diet Cherry Pepsi.